Hey guys, David here, BreezeFlippers. Thought I'd do a quick update. Got some sales going out today. 4 today going out and 3 went out yesterday. So yeah, things are kind of popping along. It's not blowing the world up or anything, but it is kind of cool that we are at least getting some sales. And it seems like this has always been a very traditionally slow period. So, I'm going to take it and be very, very happy about it. Some interesting stuff going out too. Again, I talked about this last time. I said it's just kind of an eclectic amount of stuff. It seems like it hits in waves. Now I will say what's really funny to me is that everything that sold today was something that I touched this weekend because I moved them from one bin to another and they sold. I don't understand that, guys. I swear it's all mental, but it's crazy. But hey, you know what? I'll take it however I have to. If I have to go out and touch everything in my inventory, I don't mind doing that just to get a sale. So, but it is about, staying busy right now. And I'm telling you, that's been one of the things. We'll talk a little bit about that. Hey, listen, if you're here and this is the first time you're seeing me, I'm a part-time reseller. I have a full-time job. And we're building this channel. So if you get a chance, you could hit the like, subscribe button. That would mean a lot to us. We are trying to get to 1,000. We want to get over 1,000, but hey, we're trying to get there, and your liking and subscribing is a huge help. And all those that have liked and subscribed, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I love the comments. Keep the comments coming, guys. I did open up the community page, and I put a poll out there to talk a little bit about some stuff, and I'm going to try to do that every week to try to put a poll out there and get some conversations going. So if you're a member, or not so a member, I guess if you follow and you are like and subscribed, you can go on the community and do some stuff. So anyway, go check it out, and let's have some fun over there and some great conversation. So anyway, like I said, I'm just kind of doing a lot of work right now. One of the things that's kind of coming in right now is that it has been crazy at work. I'm not going to talk about my job and where I work, but I have told you I do development work with Salesforce. But one of the junior admins quit Saturday actually, messaged and said, hey, I got a new job. I had to start immediately. And so I had to pick up all his work this week and fix some things. And yesterday was just, it was stressful, guys. So anyway, that's part of the reality of having a part-time, business like this and a full-time job. And that job, becomes the pull on a lot of stuff because honestly, it's paying the bills. So, it's a lot of stuff to juggle when you're reselling. You're juggling work, or you're, trying to go out and do sourcing. Me, I'm doing content. So it isn't always, glamorous, but, it kind of pulls you in different directions, and you just learn to do what you got to do. So I've been working on trying to do better with my time. So I'm trying to, acknowledge the fact that I am very, very busy, and I really need to kind of check in and start kind of looking at some things and saying, okay, what am I going to do to make this better, or how am I going to improve it? So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about that here real quick, but at first I wanted to go over what sold. I was going to show you, well, I'll tell you what I'll actually do. I'll pop up on the screen what sold yesterday so that I can kind of see it. The first thing sold yesterday was kind of cool. So two of these things I picked up at Flee Across Florida last year at some garage sales. But this was a Roy Clark Deluxe Big Notebook. It's a method songbook from 1978. So it's a vintage music book basically, and it's Roy Clark. Anyone doesn't remember Roy Clark? Y'all remember Hee Haw? So it was a Roy Clark and what was this? Buck Owens. Buck Owens and Roy Clark, he's a picking and a grinning. Anyway, I remember that as a kid because that's my parents used to watch Hee Haw every weekend. Anyway, I picked it up for less than $1. I think it was 50 cents because all the books were softbounds. Paperbacks were 50 cents and the hardbounds were $1. I picked this up for $9.11. It did get $5.99 shipping, so that went out. And then this was interesting. It was a lot of 4 Arby's Coca-Cola NASCAR bobbleheads. It had Stewart, Labonte, Rudd, and Jarrett, if you know those names. Anyway, if you follow stock car racing, I guess that would be, or NASCAR, I guess that would be names that you would know. But that was part of a buy that I made when I was at a garage sale. The guy said that his nephew had them all and he had passed. He just wanted them gone. I said, well, I was going to pick apart and take some of the NASCAR, like Hot Wheels and stuff. And he's like, look, he goes, you can have the whole table for $10. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He goes, I really want them gone. I'm like, okay. So some of them were rough, like dirty. I had to clean some things and do some stuff, but these were good. So ended up selling for $16.71. I did get $8.99 shipping. They were heavy, so took every bit of that. But those went out. And then also at Flea Across Florida last year, I picked up Smallville seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a DVD box set, Superman series. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. Ended up getting $14.99 for that and $5.99 shipping. So that kind of led to today, and I thought, well, that was a good day yesterday. Well, we actually sold this. So this is what this is. This is a Velociraptor skeleton dino excavation kit. I don't know. It's cool. We picked it up last year at market. I think we got it for free, to be honest with you. And no one really wanted it, so I thought, well, we'll just put it in eBay and see if it sells. Well, it sat there since last January and finally did sell. So I ended up getting $7 for it. Didn't have any money in it, so which is nice. $7, and it got $6.99 shipping. So that went out. And then this has been in there for a while now. My daughter had this, and this one right here is called, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. And this is Hawk, the plush. Hawk is the pig. Anyway, I had a bigger one, I think, or this might be the bigger one. I don't know. She had two. So Hawk, and I think there was a smaller one. That may be it, maybe the baby or something. But ended up selling that for $9.99. It does get, I think it's got $7.99 shipping because it's so big. But this one's going to Germany. So international shipping, guys. Keep it on. It does sell, so it does go out eventually. But that one's going to Germany, so that'll be fun. Pack that up. I'll put it in a box probably. Just don't want anything to get torn on it, so I may box it up and do it a little bit nicer. This was part of that big plush buy that I made for Pokemon, but these are Animal Crossing plush, and it's a lot of 3. Slider, Tom Nook, and something, I don't know who it is. Anyway, I don't know anything about Animal Crossing, guys. I know it's a game. My daughters used to play it on their DS, I guess. But anyway, there's 3, all 3 with tags. They're kind of cute. You can see that. So there wasn't much value on them individually because, I mean, they were selling for like $9 or $8. So I thought, well, I'll just put them all together. Ended up getting $17.99 for them and $5.99 shipping. Last but not least, guys, I tell you, I look every time I go to a garage sale. If I see silverware, I look it up. All right, so this is the set of 4 Oneida Cantata, I don't know. I know how to say Oneida. It's Cantata, I think. Community stainless salad forks. So these are all 4 salad forks. Very good condition. It was really weird. Like I said, things come in spurts, right? I sold it for $13 for the set, and I think it gets $5.99 shipping. But it had an offer that came in. Somebody offered me $7 for them this weekend, and I'm like, I can't accept that. I go, honestly, they're selling. If you look at them individually, they sell for between 4 and 5 single each. Well, I want to move them, so I mean, I said, hey, I'll take $12, and they declined it. And I was like, okay. Well, and then today I got not an offer, but they sent me they sent me an offer. They sent me an offer for 10. It was a different person though. And I was like, look, I said, I can't sell them for 10. I will sell them for 12. That's still less than what's being sold on eBay. And they grabbed it. So, or actually I sent it out for 13. My mistake. It sold for $13. So anyway, yeah, so forks do sell. Not all of them, guys. I have some down here that I got to go through that they may sell, but you may have to put a lower price on them. There are some that you can sell individually as singles and do very, very well if they're a really, hard to get model, right? We have Oneida ourselves. So that's what my wife uses. We have Oneida, but I think it's called something with the bows, and I know it has little bows on it, but I can tell you right now, you cannot find them. And for Christmas, my mother-in-law bought her, we lost 2 forks over the time, and she actually picked them up. I'm sure they were not cheap because they're hard to find. So if I was going to ever sell that set, I would sell them individually because you make more money in the long run with it because it's hard to find. So that's the trick, if you find something that's hard to find. If I find a set that's complete and it is nice, I'll sell them that way because I have sold some $200 Oneida silverware before. So anyway, that's what's going out. Like I said, not a ton of money. but it's something. So I think we're at a little over almost $200 for just a couple days. So we'll take that, guys. I'm not going to complain one bit about it. I'm also not really going to look at the numbers yet for the month because what are we, 3 days in? Yeah, it's the 3rd. Feels like it's been a month of Mondays already, but it was a long, busy day yesterday. So one of the things I keep talking about though is that, I have to find ways to make my time a little bit more efficient. So there's a lot of things I'm trying to do right now. Obviously work's pulling me in a million different directions, so I'm trying to keep up with that. But at the same time, I'm also, wanting to source more, and it's really hard. So I'm looking for alternate, ways to source. I'm looking for things to speed up some of the processes, right? So one of the things I did do is I said earlier on another video, I said I was watching Dave IRL or ADH Dave, and he had a setup that I thought was pretty cool. So I ended up getting it, and I will show you guys at some point. I'll show you what I do with it. But he had a setup with an arm and a camera that's set up there, and it's actually like a scanning system. It's made to show on a screen, like if you were, a teacher or something, or online teacher, or just doing that. But it does take 8K, I think 8K photos, or no, 13 MP photos, I think. I'm pretty sure it's pretty high. But I thought it'd be perfect for comics, right? Because I could put a comic down, flip it, do the whole thing, open it, do all that. And then it's all shot to the computer. So if I want to use a system like List Easier or something like that, I can put all the pictures right in there, and it does it a lot easier. It saves me a couple steps. But I also thought, because I have that big video game buy, I thought, what a perfect thing to sell video games, because I can just sit there and just put the disc down, flip it down, do front, back, open it up, flip the disc, get the pictures, all numbers, and then, send it on its way. So I'm thinking that might be a little bit faster. So we're going to give that a try. I'll let you guys know how it goes, but that's just one thing that I'm trying to do to, speed up the processes a little bit, so I can get to bed earlier at night and sleep a little more and keep the health up and everything. Because it's a lot, it's a big strain on you. And I'm doing some other stuff too that I'm trying to work through. I mean, I don't know how you guys work, and let me know if you got a process that you guys use that works really good for you. But like, I'm trying to do a million things, and one of the things I'm trying to do social media. I do the videos. I'm trying to get our Facebook up and running a little bit better. I'm trying to do things to kind of improve and grow our business and to grow our reach, but it takes a lot of time. So I've started making, like, using the tools that we have, which, iPhone, and I'm making task, I guess, list on there, using the task list, and trying to say, okay, do this, this, and this is what's important. And it also talks about, you have to prioritize too. What's the most important thing to get done every day? And that's sometimes hard too, because at the end of the day, if you don't have the most important things done, you kind of, it's not good, right? So anyway, that's been a challenge. I don't know what your challenge is, but that's what's been helping me. I think I started making some lists to try to say, okay, this is what I got to do. This is what I can push off until tomorrow. It just kind of helps you, but it also, it's like setting little mini goals, right? So my goal today was to get, 20 things listed. Okay, so that's it. So I got my 20 things listed. Anything above that is a bonus, right? So it's all about, trying to stay on top of everything and doing what's most important first. And that's been helping me. So I don't know, like I said, little short tasks, little short goals, things that are doing that. And you know what, you got to block out that family time too, because this weekend I didn't do a lot of that, which I felt bad because, Sherry she helps with the business where she can, but I was stuck in the office all day, listing. So it wasn't that much fun for her. So, but we make it work. We know that sometimes we have to sacrifice a little bit of that time, but it is important. So I don't know. I guess you don't really need a perfect system. You just need something that's going to work for you. So, and that seems to work. So, but definitely got to have a process for it. I talked about this before, but I'm going to say it again. So I'm going to go pick up today. The first half of my comics came back from CGC. So I did cheat and look at the numbers because I wanted to see how well I did. 9 of them were rejected. So I can't wait to see what their rejects were so that I can learn from this, right? And then 16 of them were graded, and 8 of them were graded at 9.6 and 8 of them graded at 9.8. So I will take a look at all of them, and I'll do an unboxing with that, guys. When I get them, I have to pick them up today. But when I pick them up, I will do a video and unbox them and show you what I get. And I'll talk about the mistakes, right? Because this is the whole thing about what I'm learning. I did all the pressing and the cleaning myself. So this is the first time I've ever done that. And I'm learning. I'm not good at it, obviously, 9. So I got 9 that were rejected, but you know, the odds that I'm looking at it going, eh. And these were the lesser, the next batch that's actually going are probably a little bit more expensive comics. So fingers crossed that those do well. But you know, I did go through and actually say, okay, everything that, if all these comics were at a 9.6 or above, I'd make money. That was what I picked that number for. Future runs, I may only do 9.8s, or there may be some instances where I'll send off some comics that I don't really care what grade they come back because it's a vintage comic and we know that it's gonna, you know, do well no matter how. So there are times, you know, you have to kind of plan that, but you know, I don't look at it as a failure, guys. You know, I always say if you're gonna fail, fail forward, and failing forward meaning that you learn from what you do, and this is all a learning thing for me. So I'm going to I'm okay with these results right now because I'm going to be able to look at it and say, okay, here's what I missed, and then try to figure that out, and then look at it and go, okay, what can I learn from this and how do I fix that in the future? So like I said, it's a learning lesson, and it's not going to be a terribly expensive learning lesson, which is great. So we'll see see how it all kind of comes out, and I'll definitely do that video this week and show you guys a quick run through of what I got back and how it looks. And the next batch I just looked, it is actually in grading and encapsulation. So it took last time about 4 days, 5 days from the go through them all. So I should know maybe more by the end of the week, or at least the first of next week, how the next batch did. So anyway, that's what's going on, guys. Like I said, crazy busy week at work. Crazy busy week reselling. I had a great auction last night. It was a lot of fun. I'll probably do another auction. Well, I'll do another one next week. I'm only going to do one comic auction a week. It just seems easier. There's a lot of auctions going on that people are selling comics, and I'm trying to be budget conscious for them because I know a lot of people that buy from me also buy from these other folks. So I'm trying to be nice about it and not run too many auctions all the time because you know, I want them to come back and like the stuff that I have. So, and a lot of you guys are in my auctions. You watch my videos, and I appreciate you so much. You just don't know how much I appreciate you guys. So it's a lot of fun. If you haven't been over the Dibdit yet, come over, dibdit.com. You can use BreezeFlips, get $5 off your first $10 purchase, guys. It's fun. It's like a family over there, and it's a lot of fun. So we do find some good things, and I buy some things too. I buy stuff that I resell, and it's a great place to source. And that's one of my alternate sourcings. You know, it's not my #1 alternate source, but it is definitely a good place to source. So anyway, that's what's going on, guys. It's you know, it's not always fun in games. Sometimes it's just fun. Sometimes it's just games. But, you know, we're always moving forward and trying to do things. I truly hope that your guys' week is great. I hope your sales pick up. If you get a chance, go to the community page, take a look at the poll, leave some comments. Let's get some conversations going. I'm David, BreezeFlippers. We'll see you.